if it will fall down, all my money will go and all. But after attending this event, much more educated and little confidence I got to invest in share market.
म्यूचुअल फंड में एसआईपी शुरू करते हुए वक्त बर्बाद हो तो उसे कहते हैं
टिक टिक।
वही एसआईपी इंस्टेंटली शुरू हो तो
जिप जिप।
लॉगिन कीजिए और 2 मिनट में एसआईपी तैयार। अब सिप नहीं जिप सिप करो at myuniverse.co.in from आदित्य बिरला मनी।
Higher and higher. जिंदगी में we're passionate about getting a higher number. यही बात है when it comes to another one of our passions, cars. इसीलिए Quicker Cars देता है MSP. बस Quicker ऐप पर अपनी कार की डिटेल्स डालो और पाओ मैक्सिमम सेलिंग प्राइस. Everything about cars, क्योंकि cars mean everything. Quicker.
Highland Blue packaged drinking water. Be high on life.
The jet.
The penthouse.
The country estate.
My baby. Okay. Agree.
Kohler presents Veil, the intelligent toilet. It's never too irresistible.
Do you know how much I love you?
Industrial licenses and labor law compliance issues, get a compliance partner you can rely on. Aprajita. Aprajita, your compliance partner.
बस बजना चाहिए गाना, बस बजना चाहिए गाना, गाना गाना गाना। बस बजना चाहिए गाना, बस बजना चाहिए गाना, गाना गाना गाना।
Are you looking for blue chip investments, ones that have a proven track record and given better returns? Choose to invest in ICICI Prudential Focused Blue Chip Equity Fund. It mainly invests your money in blue chip companies that have good growth potential. So if you're looking for long-term investments, aim to benefit by investing in ICICI Prudential Focused Blue Chip Equity Fund. To know more, consult your financial advisor or log on to ICICIPruMF.com. ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund. तरक्की करें. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Hettich Fittings. Make furniture work beautifully. Hettich Fittings. German quality you can trust.
आपके पास पैसे मैडम?
और पानी ढोना ना, चांद डालो ना भैया।
स्वाद वसूल ले, अरे मजे तू खुल के लूट ले। एक धुन में पूरा जश्न।
नहीं यार, 5 मिनट पड़े 11 बनने में। तेरे भाई की शादी दोबारा थोड़ी होगी।
वसूल ले।
क्योंकि आपको चाहिए लाइफ में फुल वसूली, इसीलिए यूनिनॉर अब बन गया है टेलीनॉर, जो देगा आपको सबसे सस्ते कॉल्स, इंटरनेट और बेहतर सर्विसेज। टेलीनॉर, लाइफ फुल पैसा वसूल।
जब अजय मेहता ने बंधन बैंक के साथ अकाउंट खोला तो उन्हें एक मॉडर्न बैंक वाली सारी फैसिलिटीज तो मिली ही, और उसके साथ बहुत से जरूरतमंद परिवारों और उनके बच्चों का भला करने का मौका भी मिला। बंधन बैंक, आपका भला सबकी भलाई।
Welcome back. This is the NSN, the stock game. Take a look at the markets at present. 78.50 continues to remain consistent. For the broader end of the market, it's a solid move, and you clearly have Dr. Reddy's shining in trades. In fact, that's the top stock headline at this hour. They've launched the generic of Nexium in the US. Even dealers say this is a big positive for the company, and that's clearly being reflected in the stock price right now, almost 6% higher. Meantime, Maruti is seeing some relief as the Gurgaon and Manesar plants are working normally today, according to the management. The permanent casual workers are present in full attendance, and they say there's no disruption of production at the plants. The stock, though, has cooled off. Meantime, it's a big ET Now impact. We chatted with the management of Ricoh India, who affirmed to us that they're growing at a rate of 55 to 60% and will continue to grow at this rate. In fact, they are working on several contracts and have a huge pipeline of contracts, and the gross margin is dependent on the nature of the business. Take a look at the impact, 11% higher. Ricoh India is currently at 926 rupees. Meantime, it's IDBI Bank, that stock in focus, as the shareholding will be brought down to 49%, as the government may allow IDBI to follow a model like Axis Bank, and more reforms will be in store for state-run banks. It's Gammon India and Focus. They bagged an order worth 1,710 crore rupees. This is from NHAI. The stock is active. Inox has added about 50 more screens by the year end. That takes the total up to about 440. The stock currently at 224 rupees. SR Ports shareholders have approved the board has approved raising up to $1 billion in funds, and the stock is currently active. And there's Polaris, as Virtusa eyes close to $350 million deal in Polaris as per reports. And let's also run you through an important programming note then. We have the annual convention that is taking place today and tomorrow. That's the 28th and 29th of September in the Crystal Room of the Taj Mahal Palace, Apollo Bandar, Colaba in Mumbai. The theme of that discussion is the roadmap to $500 billion US Indo trade. We have big voices from the industry as well as from the corridors of New Delhi that will be interacting with the managements in India Inc. Do stay tuned for programming all day today on ET Now. Straight up then to the stock game, and here is how it's played. Our three participants are given a notional amount of 5 lakh rupees. They create a portfolio with a total of 4 stocks, and 1 stock can be picked out from the F&O space. We have a compulsory turn of 2 stocks every single day, and at the end of the week, the person with the maximum money is the winner. Time to introduce then our 3 experts. Joining in this entire week is Mitul Shah of Affluence Shares, Rakesh Vansal of RK Global, and Jay Thakkar of Share Khan, all fighting it out to be the winner. Great to see you all. Let's start off then, Rakesh, with your first recommendation. IT futures, the index, that is what you're looking to buy. And in comparison to the rest of the indices, it has been fairly resilient in these markets. Today, under a bit of pressure, you continue the long call?
Well, good morning, Avan. I continue the long call. If you see, CNX IT, I feel, is the only sectoral index which is in a clear uptrend in the Friday trading session. We have seen a big breakout on the big charts. I feel like CNX IT index might be the first sectoral index to make a new lifetime high, but this will take time, I think 1.5 to 2 months. I feel on minor corrections, one can buy CNX IT futures at current levels also. On the downside, 11,600 is a strong support, and one should place a stop loss at these levels. For the game show, my target for the on the upside is 12,350, and once 12,350 on the upside is decisively cracked, I feel then CNX IT index might demonstrate a northward march towards a new lifetime highs.
Okay, that's the call coming in. CNX IT is poised for further strength on the charts, and Rakesh is upbeat. Mitul, let's nail it down then to the first recommendation that you have. And L&T, you're shorting this counter. Is this a blanket call on the space, or is it just isolated to this stock?
No, if you see L&T as a whole, it has started its journey from 1800 to 1600, then it has come up. Then it's a 52 week, it's almost near to its 52 week low. Then 1600 to 1680, 1700 it has made a base. Then again it has cracked down to 1400. Now the 1400 is a crucial level. Its 52 week low is there. Everything support, this is the last support. If that is break, if that goes out, then we are looking at a very big breakdown of 1250 to 1000. So for the show, my target is to 1420, which is a 52 week low of the L&T, and my stop loss is 1488.
Okay, that's the call coming in on L&T and how exactly one should be approaching this. Meantime, let's talk a little bit about the PSU stock BEL then, and that's a stock that you have picked out, Jay. Just taking a look at the returns, over the last 3 months, despite the market volatility, this has managed to hold out a gain of about 4%. And even in the last 6 months, it's put on a good 16%. Do you buy into the counter now or wait for it to cool off a little bit?
Hi, good morning, Aman. Yes, definitely one should buy right now because it has given a very good breakout from a triangular pattern is what I see on the daily charts. The stock is trading well above its short-term moving averages, that is 20 daily exponential moving average and the 40 DEMA. The momentum indicators on the daily as well as the hourly charts are also well into the buy mode. And with this breakout, I think Aman is just heading towards the levels of 1238 on the upside, and on the downside 1145 is a very good support. I think those who have already bought this stock, one can hold this for targets of 1238. And one can also buy fresh for the medium term basis, I think on the upside I'm expecting that it will break the previous swing highs of around almost 1450 odd levels, because the previous rise is clear and impulse. But yes, for the stock game, I think 1230 is the target.
Okay, BEL gets thumbs up then, and 1195 is where the counter is placed at, watching out for targets of 1238. Rakesh, let's talk a little bit about IDFC. That's been a stock in focus on the back of the bank license, etc. IDFC Bank is going to be clearly the focal point right now. Do you think that, from a fundamental standpoint, we can see IDFC, which has been touted as one of the favorites, move at a little more quicker or a hectic pace, given the fact that it has been on the upswing, but a little bit slow?
Well, Avan, I don't feel so. Like, it's not a fundamental call. It's more of my call on IDFC is more of a trading call for the for the game show only. And if you see, like on last week, on Thursday and Friday, we have seen a breakout on the charts. And stock has demonstrated a breakout above 138 levels. This is more of a trading call with a stop loss at 135.50 levels for a target price of 150, and it's more of a trading call for 2 to 3 days perspective.
There you have it, a call coming in slightly on the technical side on IDFC, currently placed at about 141. Mitul, let's talk a little bit about metals. Hindalco, that you believe is a sell candidate, and just take us through some of the levels that you'd be watching out for over here, and how much more downside do you see in the stock, currently at about 71, but 6 months have seen the stock take an absolute battering, down by something like 50%.
Yes, of course. Even if you see in the last 4 to 5 months, it's a clear-cut sell. Even if if I talk about the base metal, aluminium, lead, zinc, nickel, all are trading at 5 years low. So this is nothing a good news. No good news is coming for this sector. And even though the steps are taken by the government, they are not helpful for them. Charts are broken down. It's a clear-cut sell. It's trading at 52-week low continuously. Last 3 months, it is making new low, new low, new low. For the show, my target is 68, but I'll be not surprised if it goes down to 60 or 55.
Okay, no good news, and it looks like there isn't going to be any good news even when it comes to the chart patterns of Hindalco. More downside in store. In fact, talking about a stop loss at levels of about 73.5. The counter is fairly close to that. It's in the limelight on the downside today, and it's one of the top sectoral losers, even the metal space. But what's the top sectoral gainer today is clearly the real estate pocket. In fact, I just want to check in on some of those counters and see how they're shaping up. The index as a whole really seems to be doing well, and you do have individual components as well which are holding out, the likes of IBREL, HDIL, all smart movers in trades today. Jay, let's get going with DB Realty. In comparison to some of the other metals counters, may have been a bit of a slow mover, but why does this one stand out according to you?
Well, Avan, DB Realty has fallen quite a lot, and following that, it has seen a good consolidation. And I have seen that this consolidation, after some retracement, have taken a place of or in fact helped the stock to form a good symmetrical triangular pattern. I think I anticipated that we would see this breakout on the upside, because the momentum indicators are quite oversold in the very near term, and I have seen that the indicators coming back into the buy mode with a positive divergence. That increased the probability of a retracement on the upside. Hence, I thought that this triangle pattern will help the retracement of its entire fall and help the stock to inch towards the levels of 61.20. Hence, that's the target for the stock game. And on the downside, the low of the triangle was the stop loss for this trade, and that was placed at 53.50.
Okay. DB Realty looking good and watching out for targets of about 61.2. Let's get to the calculators. Let's tell you how each one's faring. First day of BNS and the stock game. Rakesh Bansal, well, it's a little bit of a mixed basket for him. IDFC, the IT futures are providing a little bit of a downside, and he's losing out, albeit very marginally, about 1,500 rupees right now. Let's take it then to Mitul Shah's calculator then, and pretty much the same fate. L&T is working in his favor. Ditto is the case with Hindalco, but he is really losing out on Infi today. 2,500 rupees off. That's just about 0.5%. And finally then, Jay Thakkar And he's gaining on 3 out of 4 stocks. Pretty smart gains at that, and that's helping the overall portfolio. Right now, it's a gain of 6,000 rupees. But let's take that quick break then right here on the show. And in fact, Make in India and Markets, that's the Finance Minister, the co-Genesis event, something that you should tune in live and exclusively to at 5 p.m. on ET Now.